Hi, I'm Nicholas Dwork, and today we're going to discuss what we see with MRI. Our discussion is going to start with just water. Here we have a glass of water, and if we zoom in, we see that water is actually just a bunch of molecules. H2O, 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen makes up 1 molecule of water. We're going to isolate just one of these molecules. The red sphere represents the oxygen, and the white spheres represent the hydrogen. And we're going to zoom into just one hydrogen atom now. What is a hydrogen atom? A hydrogen atom is comprised of a single proton with a single electron. The electron, according to the Bohr model of the atom, rotates around the proton. A moving electron is indeed an electric current, and there's this fundamental law of physics that any electric current generates a magnetic field. So this hydrogen atom creates a magnetic field perpendicular to the orbit of rotation. So a hydrogen atom is actually a very tiny electromagnet, the tiniest electromagnet. So here we have a drop of water. Every hydrogen atom and every molecule of water in this drop is acting like a little electromagnet. And so each of them have a vector that represents the direction of magnetism. And by default, these little electromagnets kind of fight against each other so that there's no net magnetic vector. That is, you don't sense any magnetism from this little droplet of water. However, if you place this droplet of water in a very large external magnetic field, then ever so slightly, the magnetic vectors of these hydrogen atoms start to align with the external magnetic field. And so now this droplet of water becomes its own little magnet. This is the magnetic vector for that droplet of water. And this is the magnetic vector that we see with magnetic resonance imaging. So here I'm showing 3 different amounts of water. On the left would be the magnetic vector for a very small amount of water, in the middle a very high amount of water, and on the right a moderate amount of water. And so this is the fundamental signal that we see with MRI. Here is a sagittal slice of a knee. The brighter pixels represent places where there's more water, and the darker pixels represent places where there's less water. So here, for example, in the muscle at the back of the knee, there's a high amount of water. Here in the middle of the bone, there's a very small amount of water. And outside of the knee, there's basically no water. Thank you for your attention.